When it's our final season, we'll have full head to toe.
We love that.
Yeah, we'll have onesies.
Sweet.
Yeah, but like old '80s style onesies.
Well, you should be celebrating. It's not your final
Not like prison onesies, like pajamas. With
No. I'm talking like '80s ski gear onesies. You know, with like the hot pink diamond across the chest.
There's already been some thought put into this, clearly.
Actually, it just came off the top of my head.
Perfect.
But it'll match that phone. I guarantee it.
Alright, so Dean's in purgatory. How is that going to affect him throughout the season?
That's a great question, which I'm sure the guy in the checkered shirt right there will be able to answer much better than me. But the short answer is that he is, I believe a year has passed, up top anyway. How long that is in purgatory is yet to be seen. I remember when Dean went to hell, it was 4 years felt like 40 years kind of thing. So. It's going to get peeled away like an onion throughout the season. There's going to be shown in flashbacks what life was like, the relationships that he made down there, and how that helped him get out. Which also gets touched on heavily in the first episode, how he gets out. What happened while he was there will then continue to be revealed to us as the season progresses. So, much like you, I'm waiting to see what that is.
From the episodes that you guys have already shot from this newest season now, how do you think that being in purgatory is going to change Dean as a character? Because he's gone through a lot of stuff. He's been developing a drinking problem, all this other stuff. Do you think it's going to come out being better or worse for him as a character?
From what I've seen so far and from what I've read, I think there is more a sense of clarity for him as to he understands his purpose, and he understands that even though times might get tough and it might feel like throwing in the towel, he knows that this is what he's here to do. And so I think that there is more of a sense of clarity, whereas in the past we've seen him be like, screw this, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm done. It's a thankless job. So I think at this point now, from what I've read, he just has a clear sense of what he's doing. But of course, Sam doesn't. And Sam had a year basically without him and smelled the roses a little bit. And so now he's got to kind of reel his brother back in and be like, listen, man, that's not our life. We don't do that. It might look nice and it might feel nice, but Dean spent that time with Lisa. No matter how much he tried to live a normal life, he knew. It just was never gonna work out.
So we're gonna see kind of a reversal.
Possibly, yeah. We've seen that before. We've seen kind of those motivation reverses from season 1 to season 2, season 2 to season 3. So there is a bit of a reversal here. And whether or not how long that reversal lasts, yet to be seen, but yeah.
All right, cool. And at least he won't have any booze in purgatory, right?
Probably not. No. Nice. Hey, yeah, he's been sober now.
Hey,
he's clean and sober.
He'll be able to count the days.
We have ever.
Do you really truly believe that Castiel might have abandoned him down there?
Again, yet to be seen. Once we start seeing what life was like down there, and we will touch on that. We will explain. There will be an explanation as to where he went and what he did. He may have just gone to the bathroom real quick and was coming back. Who knows? But yeah, that's it wasn't an abandoned ship. He where he goes is will be revealed throughout these flashbacks and to what happens. In fact, it might be even something like he had to lay down himself in order to save me, kind of a thing. So if we get into something like that, then that's all going to be revealed later.
Yeah, that's interesting. We've heard a lot about flashbacks from everyone we've been talking to today. So is a lot of the season going to take place in flashbacks, or when do we get to the present in the episode?
We will be in the present day one.
Okay.
Yeah. We start off in the present. That present day will be, we'll have that. It's just that, when talking about what happened while Dean was in purgatory, to both Sam and Dean, the stories that explain through flashbacks.
Cool. And when you're directing an episode,
yes.
You're directing one of the first 4 episodes?
I'm directing right now.
Okay, great. So how do you feel that you put your personal stamp on episodes, whereas other directors, might do something different?
That's a good question. At this point, I'm just trying not to mess up. This is my third one, and it's not gotten any easier, which is great because challenging yourself like this kind of really gets the brain working, and I really like that. I really kind of try to if I had to pick a school of thought of which I kind of come from, it would be more of the Kim Manor school of thought.
Okay.
I really listened to him a lot when he was directing, and I watched kind of how he did things and kind of his his mantras and stuff like that.
So I was gonna ask, did you shadow him before you?
I didn't shadow him, directing wise, but technically. But I was essentially shadowing him since day one anyway, because I'm his subject that he's shooting. So just the way that he his commanded a crew and his on-set work ethic and his homework. I mean, that was one of his things he told me. He was like, "You're going to direct one of these days. I have no idea. I have no doubt." And I was like, at first I was like, "What?" No. And he said, and when you do, I have 3 words of advice. He said, homework, homework, homework. He's like, if you show up day one and you've got all your stuff done for those 8 days of filming, he's like, then you're ready for anything. So, a lot of times you get curveballs when you're directing. It's like, okay, I built a shot this way, but you're backed up against the wall won't move, you can't do that, so now what? So as long as you have a base plan, you can build off of that, you can switch things up, and it's so I did that. I really stressed myself out during prep in order to have the answers come production time. So,
Good thing to do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.